भूर्भुवः स्वः
भूर्भुवः स्वः
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
Hello learners, how are you all? I hope everyone is well and fine and healthy and happy. Well done. In today's video class, we are going to revise what we had done in our previous classes, online classes, right? So in our previous classes, we had completed up till chapter number 7, right? And in my previous video also, we had discussed up till chapter number 7. We had discussed in the previous video regarding to chapter number 5, that is comma I had explained. After that I had also explained chapter number 6, that is nouns, and then nouns common and proper, right? And so in today's video we are going to do chapter number 8, noun singular and plural. Now learners, what do you mean by noun singular and plural? Yes, well done. Singular means only one and plural means more than one. Very good. So, the definition, the introduction which we had seen is like this. When a noun names only one person, place, animal or thing, it's known as a singular noun. And when a noun name more than one person, place, animal or thing, it is known as a plural noun, right? In which we had seen few rules as well. What are the rules we had seen? We had seen 5 rules. How many rules we have seen? We have seen 5 rules of noun singular and plural. Right learners? So here we are going to start with the first rule, in which we had seen for most of the plural nouns, we only add s to the singular noun to make it a plural noun. As you can see here in the examples, apple, we add s and we make it plural, apples. Table, tables. Doctor, doctors. Car and cars. If we talk about the next exercise, the next exercise is also related to the first rule, in which we had to simply write s for singular if the thing belongs to singular, and if the noun belongs to plural, we have to write plural, right? But what about the second rule? In the second rule, we had seen that we add es to the singular nouns that ends with s, ss, sh, ch, x and o. Yes learners, whenever the nouns ends with s, ss, ch or x or o, we have to add es to make them as plural nouns. Right learners? And I had given you homework question number 3 and question number 4. I hope every one of you have done it. Now let's see the rule number 3. In rule number 3, we had studied that for singular nouns ending with f or fe, we change the f and fe and we make ves. What do we make? We make it as ves for making it plural, right? So, for the singular nouns that ends with f or fe, we change the f and fe with ves to make it as plural noun, right? Let us see some examples. Example can be leaf, leaves, calf, calves, thief, thieves, See, we are adding VES, right? Now let's turn the page. Let's come to page number 32. In page number 32, there are few exception case where we need not have to change F or FE into VES, but however we have to write it down only S to make the singular nouns to plural, right? Rule number 4 says, for singular nouns ending with Y, we change the Y to IES to make them plural. Yes, learners, wherever there is a Y at the end of the word, we have to change that Y into IES to make the singular noun into the plural noun. Now, let's see the exception case of Y also. Whenever the words end with Y plus vowel, it means whenever the word ends with vowel plus Y, before Y if we have a vowel, we change the Y, we don't change the Y, we simply write S, as we are changing the Y in the rule number 4 into IES, but here in the exception case we do not change the Y, right? For some of the nouns ending with Y, the plural noun is formed by adding an S only. In such words, the Y always belongs with the vowel. Always before Y there is a vowel. In such case, we only write S for changing the singular noun into the plural noun. Now let's see the next rule. Rule number 5. In rule number 5, it is saying that when there is a special case, actually it's a rule of irregular plural noun, जिसमें when there is a special changes to the spellings of some singular nouns to make them plural nouns, it is known as irregular plural form. Rule number 5 is of irregular plural noun in which the whole spelling gets changed. How? Let's see. Man, it becomes MEN. We change the A into E for making it as plural. Then tooth becomes teeth. Foot becomes feet. Mouse become mice. Goose, geese. Child, children. Right, learners? And here are few points to be noted. Let us quickly read it out. Most words became plural by adding an S. We add ES to the words ending with S, SS, CH, SH, O and X to form plural. Now, when a word ends with F or FE, we change the F or FE to VES. When a word ends with Y, we change the Y to IES. When the letter became Y is vowel, when the letter before the Y is vowel, we form the plural form by adding S only. It means whenever there is a letter Y and before it, if it is a vowel sound, we does not change the Y into IES. We simply write only S to make a plural form. Now, some words changes completely to form plurals. As we had seen in rule number 5, they are known as irregular plural forms. Now let's turn the page. What's the next topic? The next topic is collective nouns. Before that, we had completed both the exercises of noun singular and plural, and this also. Now let's see. Question number 10 I had given you in homework. After that, there is a topic of collective nouns. Now you might be thinking, what are these collective nouns? But we had already studied in online classes. Collective nouns are the nouns that refers to group of people, thing or place. People, thing or animals, right? Yes. So it can be colony of ant, army of soldier, then bulk of boxes, and so many like bunch of keys, right? Here also they had given us few examples. Let us see. Who are these people? Look at the picture. Look at the first picture. Can you guess who are this? Who are they? Yes, they are a band of musicians. They are the band of musicians who play music. Now, the second picture is of whales, and there are so many whales. How can we describe so many whales together? We can say a school of whales. Then, when there are so many ants together, how can we name them? We can name them army of ants. And then deck of cards. This is what? Deck of cards. Right? So we often name the group of people, animal and thing with the expressions such as band of musician, army of ant, a school of whale or a deck of card. This expression is called collective nouns. If you have noticed, there is of in each of the words, right? In each of the words, in each of the expression, there is a word of. And you have also noticed that how we add a and n with the collective nouns when they are singular. Singular collective nouns are said to be with singular action words, right? With singular action words in sentence. Here we had seen this bouquet of flowers is beautiful, right? So here we had written is beautiful. Bouquet of flowers is beautiful. We had also seen exercise portion in page number 37. We had underlined the collective nouns as well as we had made the correct sentences by the unscrambled words of the sentences, right? Unscrambled group of the words, we had made the correct nouns, correct sentences. And after that we had seen the last exercise of chapter number 8, in which we have to complete the sentence by choosing the correct collective nouns, right? In which the first sentence was like this: she has a clutter of cat at her home who scared the mice away. He got a stack of chair for us to sit in his room. The third is, a troop of monkey attacked the man and ran away with his bag of fruits. The little piece of chocolate that I had left on the kitchen rack was cleaned by the colony of ants. My dog Clara has given birth to a noisy little litter of puppies. A bunch of keys Mom gave me had the key to the secret stairway, but I lost all of them in this clutter of cats, stack of chairs, troop of monkeys, colony of ants, litter of puppies, bunch of keys. All are these collective noun. All of them are collective nouns, right? Now let's come to the noun gender. In this week we had also completed chapter number 9, that is noun gender. Noun gender means, yes, masculine, feminine and neuter. Also common. There are four kinds of noun gender. What are they? Masculine, feminine, common and neuter gender. Very good learners. But in our textbook we had only seen the two kinds of noun gender. They are masculine and feminine. In the higher classes you might be learning neuter gender and common gender. Let's see what is masculine gender. The noun that refers to men, male or boys belongs to masculine gender. The noun that refers to women, girls, female belongs to feminine gender. It means whenever we want to refer to a boy, man or male, we say them as masculine gender. And whenever we want to refer to girl, woman or female, it belongs to feminine gender, right? In which we had seen lion. Lion comes in masculine gender. It refers to male category. Then lioness, feminine gender. Nephew, masculine gender. Niece, feminine gender. Son, masculine. Daughter, feminine. Tiger, masculine. Tigress, feminine. Brother, masculine. Sister, feminine gender. Right? The same for king and queen. King belongs to masculine, whereas queen belongs to feminine. Now, in exercise number 2, we had done the matching. In third one, we had wrote the feminine gender of the masculine nouns. And in the last exercise, we had written the opposite genders of the masculine gender nouns, right? Now, if we see, the next is apostrophe. In apostrophe, we had studied that where to put the correct apostrophe. Apostrophe is a punctuation mark, right? And it's a symbol. It is known as apostrophe. Then we write an apostrophe with the letter S as an apostrophe S to show that something belongs to someone. For example, this pen belongs to me. So it is Dishika ma'am's pen, right? We had written ma'am's apostrophe S, Dishika ma'am's pen, right? Likewise, we had read the examples as well. Sam's bicycle is blue. Whose bicycle we want to show the belonging? We want to show the possession of bicycle, and it belongs to Sam's, right? Then Anne's teddy bear is cute. Whose teddy bear? Anne's teddy bear. Jenny's balloons are flying in the air. Whose balloons are flying? Jenny's balloons are flying, right? So this is how we had completed the apostrophe as well. We had also seen that an apostrophe S is also used to show a relation between two things, right? For example, the friends of Minnie. Minnie's friend. The owner of the cat. The cat's owner. The uncle of Jenna. Jenna's uncle. It means it shows the relation between two things as well. Now, when a plural word ends with the letter S, we use only the apostrophe. We do not write the letter S. अगर कोई भी वर्ड एंड हो रहा है प्लूरल से, यानी एस के साथ एंड होता है, तो हम क्या लगाते हैं? एस के बाद एपोस्ट्रॉफी लगाते हैं टू शो द बिलोंगिंग्स, राइट? हम एस के पहले एपोस्ट्रॉफी नहीं लगाते, किसमें? प्लूरल केसेस में. नाउ however, the name of the people ending with S, we usually add apostrophe S after the name. अगर किसी का नेम S के साथ एंड होता है तो हम apostrophe S लगाते हैं to show the belonging, but after the S we put apostrophe S, right learners? And but if the name is part of house or an organization, we just add apostrophe after the final S. अगर हम किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या हॉस्पिटल के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो हम उस नेम के बाद एपोस्ट्रॉफी एस नहीं लगाते, हम सिर्फ एपोस्ट्रॉफी लगाते हैं. अंडरस्टूड लिटिल लर्नर्स? नाइसली बच्चा, वेल डन. नाउ वी हैड ऑल्सो सीन few more exercises in which we had completed by placing apostrophe and apostrophe s after the underlined word. We had also seen rewrite each of the following words, each of the following using apostrophe or s, and we had seen put an apostrophe in the correct place. We had completed all this exercise very nicely and all of you have taken part actively. So up till now we had completed till chapter number 10. right? So your PA1 portion is, let us revise what is your PA1 portion. Your PA1 portion is chapter number 1, 2, 3, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Chapter number 4 is your term 1 ka portion. It will be going to come in your term 1. That's why we had skipped chapter number 4. Am I clear to all of you? Well done, little learners. I hope you all enjoyed today's class, today's video class. And that's all for today. In our next week online classes, we are going to start the revision work. So be ready with your revision worksheets and complete your grammar portion till chapter number 10. Skip chapter number 4. Right, little learners? So see you everyone. Bye. Take care. Thank you and namaskar.